little known fact, actually comes out of the Talmud. It's a Jewish book. When translated, you will owe nothing and you will be happy. Describes the end of someone's life if they've lived well, they've been generous, but they've also been smart about making a pile to give to their children, which is the subject of this week's video. You will own nothing and you will be happy is the cry of many a socialist and previous communist governments across the world. I say governments, I mean dictatorships. So where does that leave us and our stuff? Where does it leave all my stuff that I collect and the stuff that I'm planning to buy in future, which is not yet released? If I am to accept owning nothing, who gets my stuff? Is a thing that not many of a socialist will have thought of, because they've probably got some stuff, although they don't consider their stuff, they consider stuff that they want, that they think the government is going to get for them. You know, this whole recirculation of wealth and valuables and money and value in people's lives. They think it's fair enough for me to lose all this stuff here, so they can each take something off there and each have a part of it and leave me with like one thing if I'm lucky. But we've seen how that's gone in the past. People who collect stuff over the long term and have a long-term vision completely disagree with socialism. Socialism is a very short-term vision. It's just about now, today. What can I take from other people today to make things equal? It doesn't consider tomorrow when we need to go out and produce more stuff because the stuff of today has been eaten or used. So I think everyone who has any money at all should start buying up books, movies on DVD, music on DVD and on CD and on record or on tape even, it doesn't matter. Anything physical which cannot be taxed, which cannot be corrupted. Real backup records like this stuff here. Books that I've got books from like hundreds of years ago that are, you know, you can't get those now. Even if you could, they'd be wokeified, they'd have pieces removed and edited and the value would just plummet. So yeah. I've just watched the Lotus Eaters' latest podcast, You Will Own Nothing and You Will Be Happy, and here's how it's going to work. And I've got to say, their sarcasm hurts me. That's why I feel critical after I've watched their videos. It's not because the videos are bad and I'm being critical of them, I'm not. Their videos are great. I really think everyone should go and watch Lotus Eaters. And think about why they're called Lotus Eaters as well. The whole thing's really well thought out. And yes, they do have their biases, the same as we all do. And, you know, my biases are different to theirs, but the core stuff that they're talking about is true. Most of the people they have on are good, and most of their stuff is worth watching. So I wonder what they would say. They'd probably agree with me. They'd probably say, look, doesn't matter how much money you got now, put it in valuables and keep them, and make them secure, and do not let other people take them off you or wreck them. Because when it comes time for you to pass down things to your children, money is not going to be on the table because the inheritance tax is going to be here, and the level of money you have is going to be here, and you have to pay for your own funeral. So don't give them money. But if I give them stuff, and there's various ways of being creative about leaving things for other people so that they pay less and less and less tax, the minimum you can pay on what you leave behind is great, because you've already paid tax when you bought it. You've paid tax to have it for your whole life. You've paid tax every single day for it. And I think if you want to give it to your children when you die, there shouldn't be a tax on that. But there is, so cool, we'll pay a little bit just because we have to. But let's minimize that. So anyway, that's it for today. Keep hold of your stuff that you've got. Don't let it go to ruin. Don't throw your pearls to swine. Don't give it to people who are going to let it go to ruin. You know, if your children are going to give all your money to charity, don't give them money. It's as simple as that. I would love for everyone to be clever enough to negotiate the future and plan for things and use the resources they've got well. Unfortunately, the majority of people are not currently doing that. So if you're a parent, or grandparent even, it falls to you to do the responsible thinking and take the criticism in your stride. So think about that. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Be very careful. Please never lose your will to create, to produce, and to store, and to value things. I suppose I should tell you about this music I'm using. Death Road to Canada music. Go and buy it. 10 quid on Steam. Excellent game. Excellent music. And that's why I've used it here, so see you in the next one. Bye! You said that twice.